to another episode of the Chicago Blackhawks GM Mode franchise here on the channel. In the last episode, we went through the trade deadline and we moved off 5 pieces to our roster. That being Calvin DeHaan, Nikita Zadorov, Zach Smith, Alex Nylander, and Lucas Wallmark. And coming back our way, we got 9 assets, and that was including some picks and some players, including Dylan Coghlan, Logan Stanley. Down in the minors, Kelly Sayin, Sam Scholand, and Albin Eriksson. So 5 players and 4 draft pick selections for those 5 players. We are currently above 500 by 6 games. We are 33, 26, and 4. I still believe third in our division. We are. But the plan was to rebuild this team for the future. So we sold off some assets that we probably were not going to bring back anyway. And we got some valuable assets for them. So now we are going to simulate to, I hope, the end of the season. But we're going to simulate here to March 1st. Or April 1st, excuse me. And we'll see how we do. But we have some contract extensions to announce. We have signed goaltender Matt Tompkins to a 1-year, $850K contract extension, along with defenseman Kelly Sayin to a 1-year, $900K contract extension. So a prospect we acquired and a third-string goaltender have been re-signed for 1 more year. Brian Boyle on waivers. I'm going to decline that. And if we do make the playoffs, that's okay, because we already brought in some assets to bring in more young, youthful infusion of that youth. And that alone is going to help us a lot. So with the record that we have now, it looks like we are going to make the playoffs. Philip DiGiuseppe on waivers, 27. There's really no use for him. But, you know what? I'll go ahead and claim him. I'm going to go ahead and claim Philip DiGiuseppe. So let me put that into the spreadsheet. And we are going to go ahead and claim him. That happened on March 5th. So 3/5/2020. He was a 76 overall. He's a waiver claim. Season ticket drive is starting. 87%, 88%, 88, 88. Okay. So let's see if we can change some prices around now. We are a organization of high class and prestige, so we are gonna be up there in prices, but I'm gonna go ahead and lower this 25 to 25, and this is gonna be a bumped up all the way to 50. I would like to sell 100% of our season tickets if we can. So marching along here in March, no pun intended, and we're losing some games here. Lose that one in a shootout. We beat the Maple Leafs, and Malcolm Subban is back. So that means that Matt Tompkins is going to be sent down to the AHL squad. So let's go to goaltenders. Tompkins, send him down. And let's go ahead and put him back, put Subban back in. And Comesso, he's going to come out. And Tompkins is going to go back in. And that happened on March 14th. So let's put that into the spreadsheet. And there you go, all done. We beat the Canucks there 4-1. I don't really have any topics that I want to talk about, and the ones that I do want to talk about, I've already talked about. McKenzie and Twistle. Came replaced by Andrew Shaw for that week. Back-to-backs against Colorado, we lose both in a shootout. Game against Arizona, we lose. Then California road trip, kinda, we lose to San Jose. And LA, they're pretty bad, 1946 and 13, I believe that says. And 12 that was. And we beat them. So we have 4 more games left on the season. We are on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. We are 38, 33, and 7. 5th in our division, 3 points behind the Jets for the final wild card spot. And along with the Oilers. So 3 points behind the Jets and Oilers for the final wild card spot. And we do play the Jets here next. I don't think I need to make any more changes rather than just finish up the simulation. We'll slow sim these final 4 games. So first up is the Winnipeg Jets. I don't think we can afford to lose 2 games. If we lose 2 games, I think we're out. So first period against the Jets, tied 1-1. Zach Smith, the former Blackhawk, gets the goal for the Jets, and Dominik Kubalik scores to tie it up. Second period, we're up 2-1. Dominik Kubalik gets his second of the game. Road shooting them 30-10, a 3-1 ratio. So third period, so this is a quick sim, and we do pick up the win. Laine and Kopp score early in the third for the Jets, but then DeBrincat scores with 43 seconds left, and then Matthias Janmark scores to win the game with 1 second on the clock. Excuse me while I do have to plug in my controller, it seems. Let's see if how much we can finish up here. So it is going to keep dying on me. That's unfortunate. I probably should have plugged it in before I got started here. But what are you going to do? And it disconnected again. Come on. First period, down 1-0. Second period, down 2-1. And my controller disconnected again. I had to find this charger. And third period, we lose 4-1. Okay. Please excuse me while I go and fetch the charger. There we go. We're all plugged in and charging. Okay, so I gotta remember to cut that part out. So we lose that game 4-1 to the Blues. Now the final 2 games here against the Stars and Predators. Let's go ahead and hop into the simulation. First period against the Stars, we're up 1-0. McKenzie and Twistle gets the goal. Second period, tied 2-2. Derek Grant and Tyler Seguin each get a power play goal. And Patrick Kane ties it up. Third period, we win 3-2. Alex DeBrincat scores a power play goal with 8:26 remaining. And we win, defeating the Dallas Stars. And we are... Are we eliminated? No, we can still make it here. But the Oilers have to lose. Let's see here. So they have 88. If we win here, we're in the playoffs. But if we lose, I believe we're out. We have to get 2 points here. So here we go. Game against the Nashville Predators. First period. Up 1-0. Kirby Dach scores to make it 1-0. Second period. We're up 3-0. DeBrincat and Bodine each get power play goals. We're up 3-0. Let's go times 8 here. Want to make sure nothing crazy happens. Patrick Kane makes it 4-0. A long power play. No good. We are going to hop in to see some gameplay here only because this is going to be a playoff clinching game. Jay Bouwmeester scores a goal. Make it a 3-goal game. Let's go ahead and hop in with 1:43 to go. I can't believe this team is going to make the playoffs. After everything that we did. Like, this roster is not a playoff roster in my opinion, but EA Sports, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay. So 1:45 to go. We're up 4-1. Pretty comfortable lead. Jonathan Toews on the faceoff. He wins it. Bodine has it to Duncan Keith. Dominic Kubalik enters the zone. Around his man. Centers out in front to Toews. Can't get the stick on the puck. Eli Tolvanen skates with it. Can't get it past Bodine. Nice defensive play there. Bodine along the boards. Bodine protects the puck. He still has it. Out to the point to Duncan Keith. Down to Kubalik. Under a minute to go in the third. Ryan Ellis has the puck. He's tied up by Jonathan Toews. Toews picks up the puck, but loses it to Ellis as he gets control of the puck once again. Ryan Ellis skates with it. Tries to get around his man. He cannot. So it's Kubalik who picks it up. Off the boards to Kane. Loses it to Cousins, who gives it to Ellis, who skates with it. And passes it to Grimaldi, who gets poke checked away. But Ellis is there to pick it up. Ellis shoots it. Can't get the shot through. Goes into the corner. Kirby Dach loses it to Tolvanen. Tolvanen back to Cousins. Shoots it. Blocked by Keith. Kane has it. Gets it out of the zone. But loses it to Tolvanen. Bouwmeester to Kunin. 15 seconds ago. Kunin into the zone. Behind the net. It's picked up. Behind the net. Dach loses it to Cousins. 5 seconds. Cousins back to the point to Bouwmeester. Shoots it. Blocked. He gets it back though. Shoots it again. Pad save. And that's it. The Chicago Blackhawks win game 82 in the season. And I believe they have clinched a playoff berth into the 2020-2021 playoffs. So there you go. A big 4-1 win here in Nashville to potentially clinch a playoff berth. We played a great game out there tonight. That was a great game. So, let's see if in fact we do make the playoffs. So I think we missed. Wait. How did... Oh, because the Oilers don't have a... Oh, we missed the playoffs by a point. I thought the Oilers still had it. But the Ducks came all the way back. So that final win of the season was for naught. Man, that's a anticlimactic, to say the least. So we do finish with a record of 41, 34, and 7. Or 7, I should say, excuse me. So let's go ahead and import everything that we need into the spreadsheet. Let's go take a look at the team stats. So Patrick Kane finishes with 100 points. DeBrincat with 76. Toews with 62. Kubalik with 54. Strome with 40. Keith 25. Dach with 24. A terrible year for Kirby Dach, to put it bluntly. And our starting goaltender throughout the year was supposed to be Malcolm Subban, but he was injured on a couple of occasions. So Colin Delia got most of the starts. He started 46 games, got 22 wins, had a goals against average of 273, and a save percentage of 913. So let's simulate up here a little bit so we can see the league standings and everything that we need to. So the regular season has ended, and we passed all of our goals. So our owners should be really happy. So let's go take a look at the standings. Who won the President's Trophy? It was the Buffalo Sabres. What a turnaround for them. So let's look at the Pacific Division. The Calgary Flames finished in the first seed. Vancouver Canucks finished second. And the Vegas Golden Knights finished third. And then the Anaheim Ducks got a wild card spot. And in the Central, it was Nashville. It was Nashville, Dallas, Colorado, and they had Winnipeg with the final wild card spot. So Winnipeg gets the wild card number 1 seed, and Anaheim gets the number 2. And in the Atlantic, obviously the Buffalo Sabres finished first in the entire league. They're going to get the Presidents. And Boston and Florida follow. Tampa Bay with the wild card spots. And the Metropolitan, it was the New York Islanders. Finishing atop with the Columbus Blue Jackets and Washington Capitals there, and Carolina getting the final wildcard spot there. Taking a look at some playoff trees. So the playoff tree, the first in the Pacific was, who was it again? In the Pacific Division, it was the Calgary Flames. So it was Calgary versus Winnipeg. Second was Vancouver and Vegas Golden Knights. First in the Central was the Nashville Predators, and they're going to play the Anaheim Ducks. And then it was Dallas and Colorado to finish that off in the Central. In the Atlantic, you have Buffalo versus Carolina. And then you have Tampa Bay versus the New York Islanders as the other 1 seed. Then it was Boston versus Florida. And then it was Columbus versus Washington to round out the East. So, I do think that is about it. We can actually take a look at some league awards that are going to be won. So we can take a look at who led the league in scoring and point production wise. So we can figure out the winners there. So the winner of the Maurice Richard goes to Tyler Seguin. 51 goals. What a year for Tyler Seguin. He always does well in simulation, it seems. And the winner of the Art Ross is going to go to either Nathan McKinnon or Patrick Kane. But I'll give Nathan McKinnon the benefit of the doubt and import him into the spreadsheet. Excuse me. But yeah, Patrick Kane finishes also with 100 points. And we can take a look at some of the top players in this league and top 25 and under players. So let's go to player search. Let's take a look at the top overall guys, so we can import them into the rosters, or into the spreadsheet. Excuse me. So Connor McDavid obviously up top. Nathan McKinnon, Draisaitl, Crosby, Ovechkin, Panarin, Matthew Seguin, Yossi. The top guys. All right, top goaltenders. Price, Hellebuyck, Rask, Gibson, Vasilevsky, Hart, Bishop, Markstrom, Bobrovsky, Shesterkin. The usuals. Okay, now let's take a look at the top players of 25 and under and put them into the spreadsheet. So top left wingers. And obviously that's going to go to number 1 overall pick from a year ago, Alexis Lafreniere. The top left winger of the season. And right behind him, who should we put? I don't go based on overall. I kind of go as like those whatchamacallit, like surprise type of players, like those players you wouldn't normally see anywhere else. So let's just for Brad, how did he do? Is he gonna tell me how he did? 44 points. Brady Tkachuk. How did he do? 46. Who should we put? Victor Olofsson? Yeah, let's put Victor Olofsson there as a second left winger. Olofsson. Okay. Taking a look at right wingers now. The top right winger is going to go to Alexis Lafreniere's teammate in Capo Kakko. And the right winger, the second team, is going to go to Andrei Svechnikov. He's going to be he already is an all-star, but he's going to be an absolute superstar in years to come. Center number 1 is going to go to Tampa Bay's Braden Point. I believe that's well-deserved. And your second center, let's go ahead and give that to... Who should we give it to? You know what? Let's give it to Cody Glass of the Vegas Golden Knights. Cody Glass. And defenseman. Obviously, you got to put Cale Makar. And who else could we put there? Let's put Mikhail Sergachev. Could you imagine that deep pair for 10 years or whatever? That would... that's insane. Mikhail Sergachev, and then your second pair being like an Aaron Ekblad and Charlie McAvoy or something like that. There's a lot of young defensemen out there that a team would kill to have. And even like a Quinn Hughes, who I'm going to put into the roster. Goaltenders. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and put Thatcher Demko as goalie number 1. I believe he's going to be something special to watch in years to come. Thatcher Demko for the Vancouver Canucks. They got a good one there. And goaltender number 2. Another goalie that I am very excited for is Ilya Samsonov. He could absolutely light up the league and hit it by storm if he chooses to. Okay. I believe that's going to wrap it up for this video. We are approaching 22 minutes. In the next episode, we'll go all the way to the entry draft, and then we will pick it up there. But thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you really liked it, subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one.